What's going on, my co-creators? Co-creators, how you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful Monday. Here where I am. It's looking like it's gonna be 100 degrees today, which it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? That's that heat, that Texas heat. That's how it goes. You know, you expect it. Hope you're co-creating the day that you want, the life that you want. Hope you're getting everything that you deserve. But you know you don't get it. You got to make it happen. You got to put those thoughts in the air, put that energy out there, and take back your power. Use your magical, spiritual energy and take it back. You know, the word magic, people call things magical. That's the things that they can't explain. So, you know, at one time, people called fire magic. You know, at one time, people called magnetism magic. I'm pretty sure at one time people called wind magic. I mean, you know, you looking at like wind is magical. It's something that you can't see. There's nothing you can't like record. You can't take a picture of wind. You have to add something to it to be able to see it physically. So it's a magical force that's pushing things around and moving around this earth. I mean, like I said, we know how wind works. At least that's what they say. But before people knew how it worked, it was called magical, you know. And there's a lot of things that happens in our life every day, and we can't explain it. So I call it magic. You know what I'm saying? We live in a magical world. You know, like when coincidences happen and synchronicities and all that happen, that's magical. When you get these feelings, these ideas from out of nowhere, that's magical. You can't explain that. You know what I'm saying? So I believe in magic. You know, I believe that I have magical powers. You know what I'm saying? I'm a magician. I can make things happen. You know what I'm saying? I can control and direct my life. That's very, very magical. That's we all should be in tune with ourselves to use our magical powers, our God given magical powers. You know what I'm saying? You know, I like to play with words a little bit. So anyway, um, I had a weekend, had a lot of fun with family and stuff, and you know, ever since all of this overreaction to the COVID-19 thing, ever since the government has been overreaching into our rights, trying to stop us from dying for something that's less than 1% deadly. Ever since all this happened, I've kind of been sticking to myself. I don't really I mean, I'm around people, but I haven't been doing anything in the public. You know, I kind of been staying to myself for the most part because I don't want to be accosted for not wanting to follow somebody's rules that don't make sense. You know, I can't operate like that. I'm just not built. I wasn't raised to not question things. I wasn't raised to not uh to not push back when things don't feel right. You know what I'm saying? I was raised to be myself and express myself, and I'm not a rule follower, especially when the rules don't make sense. You're not going to sit here and be tricking me and have me doing all kind of dumb stuff. I wasn't raised like that. I'm built too solid for that. So in order to avoid dealing with those kind of things, I've been kind of not going to certain places. I did get a chance to go to a restaurant, um, just a quick little bite to eat, and you know, I came in there and stuff, and you're supposed to have a face mask on. I didn't even pay attention to it. They didn't tell me anything, and I went there and sat down and enjoyed my meal and stuff. And I'm just looking around at all these people, and I'm like, man, it's so crazy how quick we can accept some type of new normal. I mean, as human beings, boy, we adapt way too easy. I mean, this stuff is not normal, folks. We should not be accepting this way of life. We should not be accepting these advertisements on TV. I don't look at a lot of TV, but I saw an advertisement, and the people in the on the commercials had masks on. It's like screw these corporations, man. They just doing whatever they presenting whatever they think we want to see to try to keep selling us stuff and keep us a part of their services and stuff. I mean, these people are just wicked, man. These corporations know that this thing is a big joke, that it's not that serious. They just going along with it because they're taking advantage of it, and we all walking around and stuff and acting like this stuff is normal. I mean, I went to a little get together, and then It was the most uncomfortable thing I ever seen in my life. I mean, I saw a bunch of people just suffering with masks on their face for no reason. It's like it's not doing anything. You're trapping your moisture in front of your face, and people constantly clearing their throat because they can't even breathe right. You can't hear what nobody's saying. It's like, what are y'all doing? What are we doing? We should not be accepting the new normal. We trying to avoid something that we live in. It's so weird. It's like, how you gonna be of this world and live in this world, the physical world, and avoid air, and avoid people, and avoid germs? It's impossible. We swimming in it. We've been swimming in it our whole lives, all of it. Our body learns how to adapt to it. That's how we evolve, folks. You can't avoid the world. You can't avoid life. You can't avoid breathing, and breathing. You can't avoid interacting with people. These people got us sick in the head. I swear, the only virus right now is our freaking not thinking. We're not thinking. You can't. It's like trying to get in a pool and stay dry. That's what you're doing when you're walking around worrying about breathing in something. You can't avoid stuff like this. You gotta. It's part of life. It's called adapting. It's very foolish of us to think that we can live in this world and not have our bodies interact with things. It's impossible, folks. It's freaking impossible. And I refuse to accept the new norm or whatever the hell. I'm not accepting it, man. I guess I'm gonna have to go off and live somewhere in the woods or something, because I'm not dealing with this craziness. And the only way it stops, I keep saying it over and over again, the only way it stops is when people start to pay attention and think and say, it doesn't matter. I live here. We live here. It lives on us, around us, everywhere. Every cough, every flu, every cold, we live in it. We live in a pool of this crap. This is where we live. We breathe it. We taste it. This is where we live. We can't avoid stuff from interacting with our bodies. It's impossible, folks. We need to stop it. We need to stop it, man. So this is a reminder. Just do not accept the new norm. Do not allow these people to dictate how you live. There is nothing godly about walking around terrified, sweating and itching and trying to put, like, what are you doing? You can't avoid the air. You have to breathe it. You can't avoid it. The air. You have to breathe it. Your body has to understand what it is and work with it and get over it. What they say, 14 days? It don't make sense, folks. It's like, okay, you get a test or whatever and you're positive, and I guess if you wait 14 days, you're good. So why are you still walking around with a mask on? What are you doing? What are you doing? It doesn't make sense, folks. None of this makes sense. It does not make sense. Think about it. Just think a little bit. It does not make sense. You can't avoid the air you live in. We breathe it. We drink the water. We eat the food. Everything is everything. We living in everything. We living in a pool of it. You can't avoid it. Especially if they say it's in the air. It's this, it's not just about the face mask stuff. The face mask is a symbolism. I don't know if you understand that, but it is symbolism. It's not about protecting you from anything. It's a symbolism of you're not being heard, your voices aren't being heard, you're being nullified. That's the symbolism that we're allowing. And it's also showing obedience. It's not about health. It's about fear. It's about not thinking. And I'm not trying to offend anybody, but if you think just a little bit and realize that we're swimming in a pool of everything, just by walking, breathing, talking, it's impossible to avoid life. Life lives everywhere. It lives on us, around us, in us. Stop it. And know what's funny? Kind of a side note. I haven't done a video purely talking about this fakery in a while, so bear with me. What's funny is, I remember in the beginning, it was all about, okay, this thing is super contagious. Okay, it's super contagious. And we're trying to slow the spread and flatten the curve because they didn't understand exactly what it was and how deadly it is. and they did not want hospitals to be overwhelmed. So, okay, let's slow the spread, flatten the curve. And now the whole thing has changed now. Because at first it was like, okay, everybody's going to end up getting this thing. Thank God it's not that deadly. That was the whole thing in the beginning. We just didn't want to be overwhelmed with our facilities and hospitals and all that. So slow it down. And now it's totally changed now. Now it's like you don't want to get it at all. Like you can't get it. Oh, the numbers are going up. They always knew the numbers were going to go up. That was the whole plan. That was part of the whole thing. They said it's extremely contagious. The numbers are going to go up. Let's slow it. But now it's like, oh my God, the numbers are going up. That was the plan. That's how it works. The more people you test, the more people around. The thing they should be saying is, oh, thank God it's not deadly. Thank God it's only killing 1% of people. And most of those people have underlying issues. Thank God. We should be celebrating right now. Instead of worrying about numbers going up, we should be celebrating that we're freaking winning. We're freaking winning. It's not deadly. Our immune systems are winning. Our bodies are resilient. Go figure. We've been doing this for a long time, folks. These bodies been in this world, diving and drinking this water and breathing this air for a very long time. And all of a sudden now we scared. And now we got proof that it's not as deadly and we still scared. Come on, man. Do not accept this foolishness as the new normal. This is trickery. We're being played. We're being hustled. We're being used. It's being used as a political thing now. Apparently, if you have any questions, like me, I'm like, I have questions. I don't judge. I don't trust. I'm gonna ask questions. Apparently, if you ask questions and that means you're a conservative. Okay, I'm a conservative now. Thanks for telling me. I didn't know. It's political now. And what's ironic about it is the people, if you want to do the political thing, the people that are saying, oh, just put on a damn mask and do the social distancing and all this stuff, and listening to everything without question, that group is politically that's supposed to be on the liberal side. And if I recall, the liberals supposed to be the ones that's supposed to be like questioning everything and pushing back. The radicals, liberal radicals, some kind of way, if switched. We're so stupid when we join these groups. These groups make us so stupid, folks. We do stuff that don't make sense. We stand for things that don't even freaking make sense at all. If anything, I guess I'm a liberal because I'm questioning and I'm pushing up against things and I'm being radical. I guess I'm liberal, but because of political crap, I guess I'm conservative. It's idiotic behavior, folks. We need to stop playing. We letting these people get all in our head, get all in our mind, got us not even thinking, or I'm part of this group, so I got to think like this, or I look like this, I'm supposed to think like that. It's so stupid. It's so stupid, folks. We need to wake up and don't accept this stuff as a new normal. And like I said, these corporations taking advantage, trying to use your fear to keep you as customers and stuff like that. It's a big joke, man. We being played from all kind of angles at one time, politically, government-wise, corporations, these big corporations, and then there's even higher, deeper levels of manipulation on the spiritual side with the symbolism and the face mask and the obedience, not thinking, not questioning. We getting hit from all sides right now. The only way all the games end is when we say, I don't care and I'm not listening anymore. Not a fight. Just say, no, I'm not doing it. That's how it all goes away when you take sovereignty over your life. As long as you asking other people what to do and how to live and what's safe, as long as you constantly looking around, trying to find who got the answers, where we should go. Oh, the group's going over there, okay. Oh, the group's going over there, okay. As long as you're looking around, looking for direction from other people in these groups, and they're gonna run you and play you for your whole life. You got to step outside of the group. You got to step outside of the norm. Do not accept this new norm. It's some BS, folks. Do not accept it. Do not accept it. Very uncomfortable seeing people walking around scratching and moving for nothing. You live in it. You can't avoid the air, you dummy. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to call nobody a dummy, but you can't avoid the air. Oh, you freaking retard. Oh, no, that's wrong too. I'm being, okay, let me stop. We live in it, folks. We swim in it. It's like trying to get in the pool without getting wet. It's ridiculous. Stop the madness, folks. Stop the madness. One positive little side note I just want to share with you. I went I went to get something to eat, and man, the service was impeccable. I mean, I guess since they're not seating a lot of people, they're really trying. And if people really feel like they're putting themselves in danger by going out and working these jobs, these being waiters and waitresses and all that stuff, and since they feel like they're putting themselves in danger and they're still doing a great job, I just want to say, folks, tip these people really good. Tip them bigger than you ever tipped before, because they really believe in this stuff and they're really terrified and they're out there working and they're really trying to really give good service because they're not working their full hours. These restaurants get away with paying people less than minimum wage. I don't know how they pulled that racket. These damn restaurants, boy. I understand restaurants are hard. That's a hard business, but man, they definitely got a racket going with this non minimum wage paying. A tip is your business. They ain't got nothing to do with the damn restaurant. That's a whole nother story, a whole nother conversation. But nah, tip these people, take care of these people, and folks, use cash. Use cash, use cash. Do not stop using your cash listening to these people talking about some germs on the money. It's so stupid. You get a receipt from them, there's germs on the receipt. It don't make sense. Your credit card, a lot of times they take your credit card and use it. They're touching your credit card. Use cash, use cash. I'm telling you folks, do not let this stuff go all digital. If it goes all digital, that means you don't have any control over your stuff anymore. It can be some type of freak accident. I don't know, the system went down. Anything, you can lose everything digitally. Pay with cash, pay and tip these people well, keep cash, pay cash, diversify your money, don't put it all in the bank, letting the bank make all that money off of your money, move your stuff around, be smart about your money, but pay with cash and stop using all this digital pay. Don't get totally reliant on this stuff. Pay with cash, folks, and tip these people that's out here that feel like they're on the front line. You know what I'm saying? Tip them well, all right? My co-creators, I love you. Go outside today, get some fresh air, cardio, get your heart rate up, get your blood pumping, get some of that good air that we live in. We swimming in the air. This world is like a big old fish tank, baby. I'm about to say, baby. This world like a big old fish tank, baby. You can't avoid that. You can't avoid the air. You can't get around that. You better go and breathe the air and get your body used to it. Whatever's out there, get over it. Move on. Go on to the next thing. We got big and better things to be focused on than some illegitimate so-called deadly virus that's killing less than 1% of people. Come on, folks. Anyway, meditation is good. My battery about to die. Meditation is good. Make sure you get your meditation on and turn off the news. Unplug yourself from this BS they pumping in our heads and leave your cell phone at home sometime. I love you, my co-creators. I love you. And you have a great day. Bye-bye.